Welcome back, everyone. What a crazy week. James Gunn really set the comic world alight last week with those announcements, so I think everyone's kind of still been reeling from that. We don't have a mad one like last week's show, but I will keep you up to date with all the latest geek news that we've heard. As usual, I'm going to try and bring it back to some comic spec and the issues we might see going up in value due to the latest news and rumors. But first, can I please ask you to like and subscribe? Because the only way I can really grow this channel is if you share it with your like-minded friends who would enjoy the geek side of life. Stick around for a few seconds till after the intro, and we're going to get right into it. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Comic Cave. So let's start off with that big DC announcement story and something interesting I picked up from last week's news. So you remember Gunn said we were getting Damian Wayne from the Grant Morrison run in Brave and the Bold, the new Batman story. It seems like everyone is putting up their hand to play the part of Damian Wayne. Check out these screenshots of the actors that are trying to convince James Gunn to pick them. Now, I kind of figured Damian from the Titans, that's Karen Walters, would want to play the role, but I think it might mess with people's perceptions of what he's already done with it. I even heard Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things wants a shot, but when I saw this, I kind of thought, wow, kind of works. So Tanner Buchanan from Cobra Kai, now that his co-star Cholo got the role of the new Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, it seems like he wants his shot in the DCU. It's really interesting, and let's see who he casts. You could put your predictions down below, and we'll see who's right when the casting comes out. Now, if we're getting a Superman legacy, so if that's focusing on a younger Superman, wouldn't it essentially rule out any potential Super Son spin-off? So for those of you who aren't familiar with Super Sons, it teams up Superman's son, Jonathan Kent, and Batman's son, Damian Wayne, as a young crime-fighting duo. Well, they initially got together to save their dads. So I don't see it working with the age differences of Batman and Superman that Gunn has now mentioned, but who knows what he could have up his sleeve. I did see that Gotham Knights will be bringing Court of Owls as their new big bad threat. I've been waiting to see this done properly ever since I read the Batman New 52 run. And I can't wait to see what they do with Talon. James Gunn has reassured fans that Warner Brothers can't interfere with what he's doing with DC. So the two companies split a few months ago and are now essentially separate entities. And it's almost like when Ike Perlmutter, the Disney CEO, wanted to fire Kevin Feige, but he couldn't. And that's a whole nother story. I mean, we could get into it, but okay, maybe for another time. Speaking of Disney, there's been widespread anger this week as they announced they would be cutting 7,000 jobs. Now, that's kind of understandable due to the current economic climate. But the day before, they announced that they would be bringing out a sequel for Zootopia, Frozen 3, and Toy Story 5. Now, I've heard even Toy Story fans were angry because of how they botched the last movie, so they don't really want another. This just seems like a soulless money grab now, where you know they're going to be pushing new toys and merchandise. But even some fans are saying, keep the employees rather than spending on putting out new content no one's very excited for. It sounded like Kevin Feige was trying to justify the recent low ratings when he said that Marvel's Phase 4 was just them experimenting, introducing, and reintroducing characters to see what worked with the fans. It came at a time when everyone was buzzing about the big DC news and excited about James Gunn, so I think that's put some pressure on him. I mean, there are big expectations for the MCU's Phase 5, and quite a bit rests on how well the audience takes to Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. I loved what someone did to the premiere. Like, check this out. So I watched the Pulse show, that's the Hasbro, where they announce all the new toys, and they showed this figure. Now, I don't know what role or to what extent he's going to play in the movie, but here's where I go into my full-blown speculation mode. So this is a figure of Ant-Man of 2549. His name is Dr. Zane Ashgar, and he's a time-traveling Ant-Man that comes back from the year 2549. His first appearance is in Ant-Man 1 from 2022, and you can still pick this one up pretty cheap. I mean, like $5 or under, so at cover price. But you heard it here first. Just try and find a copy or two, just in case they go big. If not, you haven't lost much. The initial reviews of the movies have been quite mixed, but I don't want to negatively impact anyone's experience, so I'm going to try and stay spoiler-free, at least until 2 weeks after the worldwide release. I can tell you Jeff Loveness, who's writing the script for Avengers Kang Dynasty, well, he sees the quantum realm as the basement of the multiverse. But remember to hang around till right at the end of the movie, because now we know there are going to be 2 post-credit scenes. The producer has said that they're already thinking about making an Ant-Man 4. A little early, but hey. In other upcoming Marvel projects, Daredevil Born Again will start filming this month. Matt Shakman, who's the new Fantastic Four director, well, he was seen having coffee with Mila Kunis. And obviously people are now buzzing and the rumor mill's going, saying that she could be playing the new Sue Storm. Shakman said that they're going to start filming Fantastic Four in 2024. Now, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is streaming on Disney+, and it's the most watched Marvel film ever on Disney+. This was a deleted scene that, well, it wasn't shown, but you can see the Queen meeting her grandson Toussaint for the first time. It's a really emotional movie, and I'm kind of glad I went to go watch it on the big screen, so there were no distractions. We will be seeing Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, briefly in Captain America: A New World Order, because it's really focusing on Sam Wilson's Captain America, but I did hear that Bucky will be getting his own spin-off down the line. The Winter Soldier's first appearance is in Captain America issue 6 from 2005. But if you can, I suggest you go for the variant cover. So it's got his picture on it, and well, both of them really, because they display well together. It seems like Sony is finally listening to the fans, because it looks like we'll be getting Spider-Man Noir in his universe. So it'll be set in the 1930s in New York. And if I'm guessing right, it might have a bit of that Sucker Punch kind of feel. Black and white visually with splashes of color. His first appearance is in Spider-Man Noir. And be warned, the prices have already been going up on this book. I guess we can end this week's show on news of my favorite character, and of course it's Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds shared this picture of himself training, getting all ripped and ready to play the role of our favorite foul-mouthed merc. Of course, he used it as a usual jab at Hugh Jackman, and he replied, but at least this movie now we're hearing that Deadpool's going to pull from all the different multiverses, and he could have an impact in the greater MCU storyline. Deadpool's always been a fringe character, and that's from the early comics. He was showing up in random issues and messing things up, kind of like Howard the Duck. So to finally have him included in the bigger plot would be amazing. Now, that's if it happens. New Mutants 98 is steadily climbing in price again, and it seems like last month, people started buying up any cheaper copies that came to market. We heard that Patrick Stewart might get a part in Deadpool 3 to play Professor X again, and that would be amazing. So I guess that's it from me this week, everyone. Thanks for joining me in the Man Cave. Till next week, remember to geek responsibly, and we'll catch you on the side of the flip. Wait. Okay, so I just remembered, I picked up a few copies of Witches when they came out a while ago, and that's because a friend told me that it was optioned, and it looks like that just paid off, because Witches is getting an animated series on Amazon, and it's just been greenlit. So it's another indie issue that you can go dollar bin digging for. Who knows? Maybe you get lucky. All right. So yes, catch you on the side of the flipping. Till next time. Okay, bye.